All right, guys, we are back over here at our Tyler build that we got going. So I want to show you guys kind of what I got here. I had them bring some more dirt in, and I haven't been able to be back over here really since, because one thing you guys may not know about what happened the next day that I got over here on this build is my skid steer, the rear idler went out on it. Well, to make matters worse, I got my rear idler bearing has gone out on the skid steer. Unfreaking believable. I can smell something burning even inside the cab. So I've actually had to change one of these idlers already on this machine. So, but I think it was the front, so I'm not sure about the back. Tell you what, bad news bears on this project right now. Can't get nothing to go my way right now. So I had to go take it into the shop, haul it from Tyler to Irving, Texas, so that they get it fixed and then get back over here. So it's been like a week or so since I've been over here, and maybe even longer. And we've had a lot of rain since then. So, but we're going to take a look at this and show you a little bit of where we left off, so we can make a little bit of progress today before there's more rain that's going to come in. I'm going to basically try to take a lot of this dirt that's right here and use it to build up for my entrance here. Then I've got my geomat that I want to lay that down before I lay more gravel, but they haven't been able to get me any gravel over here. So it looks like all I'll be able to do is probably build up this entrance here a little bit and prepare for when they can bring me some gravel. So here we are. This is sort of the top side. Over here, this is where we're imagining they're going to have a spot for their main house later when they build that at another point in time. And then back here, if you look at these orange stakes, I don't know if you can see them on the camera. These stakes represent sort of our line that we put together for this main building, which we'll set somewhere here in this vicinity. There are some challenges with the drainage up here. Like I got a little bit of a low spot there, which I've been kind of filling in a little bit, but I've got to change sort of the trajectory of where a lot of that drainage is going to go. And frankly, we're going to need the dirt anyways, but we may end up pulling some from here to do kind of what we need to do. So there's a lot of progress to make out here. It's just when you're doing stuff like this, you are trying to determine, is it going to be better to use the soil that's here, or is it going to be better to bring it in? And right now, I may be using more soil here just for the time that's going to take us and the extra work that it's going to take us on the entryway, because there's we got to get that entrance done so we can start making pathway back here. That's what this is all about. Accessibility to the site. That's why we need a road. Okay, well, we're back. Several of you folks said you like this kind of content, so we're going to try to see how much you like it if we show you a little bit more progress with the skid steer. So here you can see what I was talking about. I'm going to get Jensen to bring me some towels over here so we can wipe this off a little bit. We can kind of see the progress that I made here with the gravel, but you could also see where I got a low spot like that comes across. See where I got a low spot over here where water has been passing over here when this thing gets full. Now I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem with with a lot of rain or not. That's why I feel like it's really crucial that we have a real distinguished pathway for this. So at least that's what's important to me. I'm going to wipe that screen off so you guys get a visual. Let's see, wipe this off. So this is Jensen, my 18-year-old son here. He's been working with us for the last almost a year. So, learning the business. Okay, so we're going to begin this little adventure today. Not sure how wet some of this dirt is, but where this is really going to help is trying to keep some of the water off these low areas. And I'm not really worried about the gravel that's there. I've got that there for support. So I'm more worried about just trying to build it up a little bit. So we don't have wet mud here, sticky mud, every time we come across here. Now this dirt here won't be that much better when it gets wet, because it's got a little bit of clay content in it too. So you kind of got to let it dry a little bit, but whenever it's built up, it won't be as big of a problem because the water will drain away from it. Hopefully. That's the idea. This part of the road is probably going to be more like 10 to 12 feet. Wide. Good thing about this more sandy soil is it dries a little bit quicker than the icky, sticky blackland dirt that we deal with all the time in my neck of the woods. Again, I'm just trying to make a little bit of elevation here. So the water is not puddling at my entryway. Keeping in mind that the reason why all that water is in that drain off area is because that's the lowest point. So because I put a 2-foot culvert in there, that's what's creating a demand for me to go up higher. Plus, it's going to make it better for a transition when you're bringing trucks and stuff like that in. You don't want to have a big hump in the road. So this is why we're building it up. We're going to build it up so we can get people in here. Whether we get the gravel in here immediately or not. It's all a process to try to make happen. Been a little bit of a busy week for us. We had this Build Expo this week. We were in Dallas, Texas, doing the Build Expo, meeting a lot of new vendors as well as some of our existing relationships. It's always good to touch base with some of our brand collaborators, partners, as well as our influence partners like Barndominium Company, Stacy Lynn, Oliver Bell, and touch base with a lot of these folks. It's really good. So last night we went to a little dinner, which was really, really nice. Really nice dinner. Said I really can't mess this up. I'm just trying to build the road up because we don't want water setting over this spot. All this material is a little bit tacky because of the moisture content in it, which is okay for packing in, but it's not that great for spreading right now. So it's probably going to have some air pockets in it until it dries. This ground, whenever you're dealing with this kind of sandy loam soil, see, we've got some I may end up having to cut a draw in here just to keep water from trying to break into that road. I really don't want to have to add another culvert, but never know. I guess at some point when they built this road for this subdivision, they put this drainage mat, or I mean not drainage, but this erosion control fence in, and nobody ever took it down. I still think it's like buried in here. I told the customer I would deal with it. It's not a big deal. So the whole shape of this is this whole entrance might end up being a little wider than I want. And we're just a little bit selfish when we build these entrances because we're thinking about our trailers, thinking about all the stuff that we got to bring in on a project like these. You might say, like, why don't you use gravel to build all this up? Because gravel is very, very expensive out here in East Texas. It's like twice the cost that it is in my location. So the gravel is super high. Because a lot of this gravel comes from Dallas, so you're paying hauling for two different events. A lot of the crushed gravel is actually crushed up concrete from the highways that they're remodeling a lot of times in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But as soon as you put it on one truck and take it to another area so that you can load it up on another truck, you got a lot more invested for mileage. All right, well, I'll patch you guys back in here in a minute, show you once we make a little bit more progress here. Okay, well, this is what we've accumulated to. Just thought I'd show you guys the last update here. I've just about done all I can do with the material I've got. This soil, even the stuff that I'm laying down, is really soft because of the moisture that's kind of getting packed into there. It's got like air bubbles under it, so you gotta, when it's like that, you pretty much have to let it sit overnight, and all that air has to kind of go out of there. So, but I went through these 4 loads of dirt, and you can see I pretty much haven't even touched this culvert area here, but I built this up pretty good, I think, for the most part. As you're passing over this second culvert, I believe it's gonna be close to being ready for gravel right here. Now, I'm not even close right here yet, but this is step 1, at least for now, to accomplish this. But it's not fast going, but I mean, I haven't been here long, just like an hour or so, and so I think I've got this pretty much done. Like I said, for the most part, whatever I'm going to do today with it. So we're gonna let this set, and then we'll come back later. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, Texas best.